I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm really glad you're here. I'm back here at Kripalu. It's just such a great spot. I've been here before this summer. I'll put a link in the description to that video of my whole experience at Kripalu, because I'm not going to give another tour of the grounds again, because it's in that video, and I'll put it in the description. You got to just check this place out. It's really nice. So it's a retreat center. It's a yoga retreat center. It's a lovely spot. It's nice and peaceful. It's quiet. It's beautiful. I'm just sitting here under this tree in the shade with a view of the Berkshire Mountains, and I've been sitting here for the longest time. I woke up this morning and I just had such a nice slow wake up. It just feels so good to just take my time waking up, and I kind of do that every day, even when I'm home. The glory of retirement. I mean, just to feel that freedom. There's just nothing like that freedom. I had a gorgeous breakfast. It was eggs and some cooked mixed grains and some strawberries. And one of my eggs was a double yolker. So my breakfast was extra rich and golden with the extra yolk. So then I laced up my sneakers and I hit the pavement. And off I went for a long walk all around the property. It was just beautiful. I went through these mowed out paths. I went down to the lake. It was so beautiful down there. And then I walked the labyrinth. I have videos of the labyrinth in the previous video of my trip to Kripalu last month. Just wonderful. So, then I packed up my lunch and my laptop and my phone and all my stuff, and I headed up to the near the doorway, because there's all these like Adirondack chairs out there. So I thought I'd get myself an Adirondack chair and just sit out there with a beautiful view of the mountains. And I sat down there and I'm like, my chair is more comfortable. This little camp chair folds up to about this big. It's the tiniest little thing, but it's the best chair. People have asked me about the chair. I'll put a link for it in the description. The criteria for me when I picked this chair is it needed to be tiny. When it was disassembled, it needed to be tiny, and it also needed to be comfortable. And I knew I wanted a high back. I didn't want the back to be this short. I wanted to be able to put my head back, and I wanted it to be very comfortable. And I knew I'd have to spend some good money for it, so I did. I have not been disappointed, and I've had this for years. And other than it fading, because it's been in the sun so much, it used to be a brighter red. Now it's all kind of faded. But other than that, all the stitching, everything's held up good. And I said, I want my own chair. So came back to the van, got my chair, got my little table, had my lunch and all my stuff, and I just found this tree. And I said, I'm going to sit right here and just all by myself. It feels so good. So good. I was just working on a video. I just uploaded a video of my day yesterday, and I really enjoy doing that. So I'm really grateful I enjoy doing that, because I really don't do much of anything that I don't enjoy. So that's why I have this channel, because I enjoy it. So I have something really special planned at 3 o'clock today. I made an appointment inside Kripalu. They have an area up on the 4th floor that's called the Healing Arts, and it's all kind of spa treatments, Ayurvedic treatments, and massage, and all kinds of different things. If you go on kripalu.org online and you click on campus, and then you click on Healing Arts, you'll see their menu. Their menu is extensive. They have a lot of things. It's extensive and it's expensive. And I decided to treat myself. So I booked something for today, which is Tuesday. I booked something for Wednesday, and I booked something for Thursday. And then Friday I'm going to hit the road and come back home. So I'm going to tell you all about the thing I'm going to today. At 3 o'clock today I'm having a facial, and it's called the Dr. Hauschka Hauschka. Hauschka. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hauschka. 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 I don't know who Dr. Hauschka is, but it's a facial. It says the description is, this treatment leaves you feeling serene, centered, and radiant. A certified Dr. Hauschka esthetician applies rhythmic touch, lymph stimulation, aromatherapy, and gentle exfoliation, all with the help of Dr. Hauschka Pure Botanical Skincare line. So now, I'm not really into skincare lines, and I'm not into, like, I don't know whether they're going to be trying to sell me all this line of skincare, but as I said in a recent video when somebody was asking me about my skincare routine, I have basically nothing. I use water. That's about it. So they won't be selling anything to me. I'm looking forward to this facial. I just want to lie back and just have somebody massage my face, and I want to smell all these oils and these aromatherapy stuff, and usually with the facial they do kind of your shoulders and neck too. I'm just really into this, so I'm excited about this. So this is $145 for 60 minutes. So it's a little pricey, a little bit more than I spend for a facial. Typically when I go for a facial, I go to this this esthetician school that's near where I live. And you have the students work on you, and they do a great job. You know, they're very, very enthusiastic. They're very excited about their new profession, and they're really into it. You know, I'm paying like less than $50 for a facial, and I'm on that table for like an hour and a half because they need to learn. They need time to learn, and they're taking their time doing stuff, and they're asking questions. The teacher comes over and makes sure their analysis was correct and all that stuff. So it's great. You know, if you can find one near you, the students do a great job and for a very good price. But so this will be the first time I have ever had a facial outside of that school. Now that I think about it, it's the only place I've ever been. So this will be the first time that I've ever gotten a professional facial from somebody that's not a student. So it'll be interesting. I thought about bringing my tripod in and my camera and just asking if I could take a few shots just so you could kind of see what the room looked like and stuff. But I decided against it. I'm not going to do that. I'll tell you all about it though. So I did a little Googling on Dr. Hauschka. I'm probably butchering that. It's a natural skincare cosmetics brand known for its holistic approach and use of plant-based ingredients. The products developed aim to support the skin's natural processes and promote healthy skin using nature's powers. Dr. Hauschka's skincare products are designed to work with the skin's natural rhythms and processes rather than imposing artificial solutions. We'll see. Well, that was the best hour. OMG. It was so good. Look at how shiny I am. I got an arm massage. I got my hands massaged, my neck and shoulders. Oh, she would pull my head and go right up behind my ears. I had all my face work done, massage, and then a steam, and then she cleaned out all my pores. It was mostly around my nose, a couple on my chin, one right here that was, and she was doing this one. Oh God, did that hurt. My toes were curling up. She's like, I'm sorry. She goes, I just really want to get it. I was like, no, get it. I'm just tensing up. And then when she was finished, she put on all this moisturizer. She put on eye cream around my eyes. She put lip stuff on my lips. And she said, I told her I don't wear any of this stuff. I said, I don't even wash my face. I just use water. And she said, well, if you can leave all that stuff on just for overnight, and if all that stuff can sit on your face, it'd be great. Oh boy, I was so relaxed. It was so comfortable, beautiful music playing. She was delightful. Her name was Joanna. She was a delightful woman. She just kept quiet. I don't like talking, no talking, very little talking. At the very beginning, she said, is there anything I should know? I just said, well, I'll let you know that I don't really do anything to take care of my skin. I don't wash it. I don't moisturize. I don't use anti-aging stuff. I don't use any of it. And she goes, that's all right. And I said, and you'll notice that I have a lot of sun because I enjoy the sun, and I don't wear sunblock. And she said, I don't blame you, neither do I. I was ready. I figured she was going to give me shit for it, But she said, no, I think that sunblock is more dangerous than the sun. And I was just like, well, that's what I've been saying for years. Now, I know many of you that are watching me right now, hearing me say this, do not agree with me. And I'm not suggesting that you don't wear sunblock, just like I'd really like you to not suggest that I do wear it, because I will not wear it. We all get to pick for ourselves. And that's just how I look at it. I just don't do things that I think are not serving me well. And that's one of them. So I told her I feel very well lubed. Because I'm not used to feeling this stuff. But while the steam was going on my face, because they steam your whole face up so that everything gets soft, so that when they're pinching all the stuff out of the pores, like the blackheads and just cleaning all the pores out, it's just it's easier for the stuff to come out. But she says, while the steam is on your face, I'm going to massage your arms and your hands. What would you like? Would you like lavender, rose, or lemongrass? And I thought, oh God, I want all three. But I picked rose. I wanted rose. This stuff, just everything she was putting on me, just smelled so good. This Dr. I forget the name already. Dr. Hauschka, something. Good products. They feel very good. I don't want them though. I don't want any of it. And so look at that. Look at that shine. Oh, I'm all shiny. So it's getting close to dinner time. I'm gonna make my salad. So let me get my stuff out. Let's see what we got. We got cabbage and carrots and onion. We got sweet potato. We got lettuce. Oh, I got some super baby microgreens. Look at that. Fountain of Youth salad, it's called. I'm gonna put some of that in there. Here's cooked up chicken. Let's see what else. What are we missing? Oh, I gotta get this cuke. Nice cuke. Oh, my seaweed. And I think that's it. It's almost everything in my cooler. So to get my scale out, and I'm going to get my dish, and I'm going to get my cutting board and my scissors and my knife and my spoon. My spoon is to spoon out the avocado. And I like to put a little napkin out for all this stuff to sit on after I use it. And today was a win. It was just, I slept so good. I had a beautiful walk. I sat under that pretty tree. It's like a reddish tree. It's like red. I don't know what kind of tree it is. Does anybody know what kind of tree this is? It's beautiful. Also, the sheet on the bed, the new sheet system on the bed, I think it might be working. I'm not sure. So far, so good. Now, my hair is a mess. You know why? First of all, she had that band on that went like that and held my hair back like that. And then she ended it with a scalp massage. So she was just massaging my scalp. It felt so good. And I knew my hair would be a mess, but whatever. So I took a little walk around in there. It brought back memories of the few times that I've been here. I've been here a handful of times as a guest, and I had a room in there. I went to workshops in there. I'm recalling. It was just nice to go through and recall all those different areas that I spent time in. And a lot of it's common areas, and like I could easily go in there and sit in those beautiful rooms that they have that are looking out over the mountains. Nice big comfy chairs. They have these like quiet rooms where you go in and you're sitting with all these people on all these comfy sofas and everything, and not a word is spoken. People are reading or sleeping or meditating or whatever they want to do. It's really cool. Nice gift shop, but I'll go in the gift shop tomorrow, I think. The bathroom, right when you walk in the front door, there's a bathroom. I could go in there and use the bathroom. I mean, I don't. I use my own bathroom, but you could. I mean, you don't have to be a registered guest to go in there, because anybody can go in there and shop in the gift shop or go and get the treatments in the healing arts section. There's a little place where they sell like baked goods and fruit and stuff, like a little teeny mini cafe. Like you could go in there, like you don't have to prove that you're staying there to buy something there, All right, let's see what I got here. Let me get my avocado, which should be right. I always keep my avocado right in my lettuce. Well, first of all, I keep a paper towel in with my lettuce. This is already a little damp. It just absorbs the moisture, which makes it start to rot, But whenever I have another half of an avocado left over, so I used half yesterday for yesterday's dinner, I just put it face down. I bury it right in the lettuce, just like that, right? And then the next day, I take it out and look. See? You just have to make sure the air doesn't go on it, because that's what makes it go brown, This is the way I like to cut an avocado. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. See? It's all diced. I always like to put my avocado at the bottom, because then it gets buried in all the other ingredients, and then it's less air on it, so then it won't get brown and stuff. So the next thing I like to put on is my nori sheets. Now somebody wrote to me and said, do they taste like fish? I don't taste fish, but it's very salty, like the ocean. like if you were swimming in the ocean and you got some water in your mouth, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like the salty ocean, you know. But what I like to do is I like to cut. I always like to use 2 sheets, and then I cut it in half this way. Then I cut it in half this way, and then I just snip little pieces. And I love when it gets stuck all over the avocado. Right now it's crispy, but then it ends up getting soft and limp and chewy from the moisture. So then it just kind of covers and drapes itself all over the avocado. It's so good. So I'm going to check these out. These Fountain of Youth. Snow pea tendrils, red cabbage, red daikon, broccoli, and amaranth. That's the sprouts. Nice. Very nice. Okay, let's get some of this spring mix. Look at that. Nice and fresh. I like a nice good sized handful of that. Put my napkin back in. Close her up. And another thing I like to do is I like to go through and give this a little snip, because some of these pieces of lettuce are so big, and I don't want them to be huge where I'm trying to stuff them in my mouth, you know. So I just go through the whole salad with the scissors and go snip, 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 snip. So the next thing I like to put on is cabbage. And right now I have this purple cabbage that I bought a head of purple cabbage and shredded it myself. And I'm kind of towards the end of it. I think I'm going to end up using it all. Oh, God, is that good? And this is just such a, you know what I love? I love cutting a red cabbage because it's so gorgeous inside. Like when you cut it, and it's just so beautiful, you know? Just all that design. And I just look at that and say, God is amazing, you know? All right, so now I get me some carrots. And I got me some red onion. Grab a slice. I like to just leave the whole thing in the peel, and I just cut off a slice at a time. There's no sense exposing the whole thing. That's how I feel. I just feel like it's gonna be around longer if I do that. So then I just take the outside layer off, and then just like that, and then I just cut it like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then I like to kind of use my hand to break it all up like that. So let me go in here and get some tomatoes. Jersey Gems. Jersey Gems. I guess they're from New Jersey. Cedarville, New Jersey. I like to cut them in half. The small tomatoes, even the really small ones, I cut them in half because sometimes it's hard to get your fork through this. I just feel like when they're in half, it's easier to get it on the fork, you know, when you're eating it. So I like to cut them in half. Take that moment to just give them a little cut. Okay. Now the last thing is the cuke. Some people peel their cukes and I don't. And I like my cukes to be in kind of small pieces, so I like to cut it in half, and then each of these halves in half, and then just go like this. And then I just get these small pieces like that. Now, these I need to store because I just reached 16 ounces. And you know me, I weigh everything precisely. So would these 3 pieces of cucumber kill me? No. It also doesn't kill me to put them away and have them tomorrow. So that's what I choose to do. Okay, so let's see. This is the point that I put my vinegar on, because I don't want like the chicken and the sweet potato on the top and then put vinegar on top of that. I just want the vinegar on the veggies. I don't mind that obviously you end up tasting the vinegar with the chicken and the sweet potatoes, but I don't like to pour it over that. So I just go through with my vinegar, and then I go through with my salt and pepper. Then I'm going to bring in my olive oil. And next is the sweet potato. So these are little teeny weeny ones. So I cut them in half the long way. And then I take the skin off. The skin, I like the skin, but only if it seems like lately they're very tough. The skins are very tough. If they're like paper thin and they're really hard to get off because they're so thin, I leave them on because they're delicious. But you know, when I have, when I like cut this open like this, in half like this, and if I just give it a little pinch, the whole thing comes off, I know it's going to be tough, so I don't want it. All right, let's get my sweet potato serving on here. That's it. 4 ounces on the dot. Okay. And last but not least is the chicken. That's it right there, baby. Okay, so look at that gorgeous, gorgeous salad. This is what nourishes you, and keeps you well from the inside out. This is how you feed your skin from the inside out. This is how you feed your hair from the inside out. This is how you take care of your eyes from the inside out. It's just the way it works. It's the way it works, and I think we all know it. Knowing it and doing it are two different things. And I get it, because I spent a lot of my life knowing it and not doing it. I don't have to do that anymore, because today I do it. And also, I like to eat dinner at 5, which is 20 minutes from now. I'm not going to touch that for 20 minutes. You know what I'm going to do while I'm waiting? I'm going to switch my ice out, because I'm going to, right around dinner time is the time that I switch my ice out. So let's do that. So as you can see, it doesn't take much to do that. It's a very easy process. It takes a minute or two. Those ones were still chilly. They weren't even warm. They were all chilly. And of course, the ones in the freezer are icy cold. So I'm going to cover this back up with the insulation that I made for it and just slide it right under my bed. And I'm all set for another day. I was going to set my chair up and eat outside, but I don't feel like setting the chair up and stuff. I said I'm going to just stay right in my bed. I got my side doors opened. I got the Maxia fan on. There's a breeze all coming through, and I got the mountains right in front of me, and I'm going to eat my salad. I pretty much have this same salad every night. I'm trying to think if I vary anything. The protein. Sometimes it's chicken, sometimes it's beef, sometimes it's fish. Got my supplements. This is so delicious. So, as soon as my dinner's over, it will be time for the book study club. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about. There's a group of us, me and a whole bunch of my subscribers. We meet on Zoom every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and we study spiritual literature together. If you don't know about it, come and join us, because it's just wonderful. It's a wonderful, wonderful group of women. We talk about meaningful things, and we have really great discussions about different subjects. We've been meeting every week for about over 2 years. So we've all really gotten to know each other, but you know, there's always new people coming in. So you want to go into the description of this video. You want to scroll down until you see my Facebook groups. I have 4 Facebook groups. One of them says Lulu's Way Book Study Club. Click on that link, go in, request to join. And then when you get in, you'll see the Zoom meeting ID and passcode. And just come in and join us. Right now we're studying this book, The Yamas and the Niyamas, Exploring Yoga's Ethical Practice. When we started at the beginning, the subject was nonviolence. And we had subsections, and we did a subsection every week. And then when we finished nonviolence, we moved into truthfulness. So then we studied each subsection of truthfulness. Now we're in the chapter non-stealing. And when we first started this chapter, we were studying, the subsection was stealing from others. The next one was stealing from the earth. The next one was stealing from the future. And tonight, we're on this one, stealing from ourselves. It was very interesting to study this and on my own, make my little notes. I got my little chicken scratch all over it, and we just each take turns sharing on you know, what that reading meant to us, you know, and how we interpreted it, and how we see where we need to improve on things. We see our work, and we also see how far we've come on things, like, you know, that I'm not stealing from my joy anymore. I'm not stealing from my health anymore, because I'm taking care of myself. You know, I try to keep my expectations realistic, because unrealistic expectations rob me. They rob me of the truth, you know. My biggest takeaway from this was on the part where it talks about all the ways we live in the past or the future steal from ourselves. And I always struggle with, like, you know, this whole like living in the now, and you know, if I'm living in the now, am I not thinking about tomorrow? Because I got to think about tomorrow, you know. And a lot of what I choose to do today and tomorrow might have to do with yesterday, you know. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to get on this call and see what everybody has to say about this, because I learn a lot at these meetings. So come join us sometime. We'd love to have you. So I'm going to go read this one more time. I've read it probably 5 times so far. I'm going to read it one more time before the meeting, finish my salad, get on the meeting, and wind up my day with filling myself spiritually, taking care of myself physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You got to kind of work on the whole package for a real joyful life. So today is Wednesday. Last night when I went to bed, it was about 10 o'clock, and I could hear like explosions, and I'm like, it sounds like fireworks, but it's not even like the 4th of July. I was all confused. So I peeked out my window, and around the corner here, over the mountains, huge firework display. I was like, oh, I wonder what the occasion is. Half of me wanted to put on my flip-flops and jump out and go take a walk around the corner and watch it over the mountains. And the other half didn't want to, so I didn't go. So I watched it from the window. It was nice, but you know, it went on for like a half an hour, but I watched it for a couple of minutes. You know, I've seen enough fireworks in my life. It was nice. I don't know what the occasion was. I wonder if Kripalu is celebrating an anniversary of some sort. Another beautiful day. I started today with a walk. Beautiful walk. It was just a beautiful morning. Oh, the weather's just been so great. Just so great. And then I had another spa appointment today. The other day when I said I have 3 extracurricular activities planned, this is what they are. They're spa treatments. So I had to wipe some of that moisturizer off last night because I was getting warm, and it almost feels like when I have creams, any kind of cream on my face, it feels like a blockage, like it's like blocking, like my I can't perspire, and it's just like, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels clogging, and that's why I never wear it. So I ended up having to wipe some of it. I mean, most of it was all absorbed in my skin anyway, but I had to wipe it so my skin could breathe. I felt like it couldn't breathe. So I'm kooky. So today's spa treatment was Kripalu footwork. This reflexology-inspired treatment begins with a scalp massage and warm foot compress, followed by a focused massage for your feet to bring greater relaxation and balance to your whole body. So I thought, that would be interesting. It was 10 o'clock this morning, so I showed up for that, and I had a gentleman that was going to massage my feet. His name was Dan. Very nice man. He first put these hot compresses on my feet, and then he did some work on my scalp and my neck, and he was just like pulling it and just, he was all about pressure points. He was mostly about, like, not like rubbing me. It was more like pressing, holding, all different spots, pressing and holding. Some spots felt a little sensitive, some didn't. Same with my feet, the bottom of my feet. It was all like, I guess, I don't know if it's called acupressure, but that's not what it says in the description. But it was some massage, but most of it was pressing and holding all throughout the bottom of my feet. There were a couple of spots that were very sensitive. The way that I understand it is the bottom of your feet is like a complete map to the rest of your body, to your whole body. It's a little too deep for me to understand. I guess I haven't really made it my mission to understand, but I have seen like a map of the bottom of your feet, and all the organs are on it, and every part of your body is on the bottom of your feet. And like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about, so, but you could Google it if you want to know what I'm talking about. But he was doing all these pressure points, and I had like a hot towel wrap under my neck. I had something over my eyes, and then I was doing everything I could to stay awake because I wanted to be present for it, you know. But I was just so relaxed. Oh my God. And he just worked on each toe and my ankles, a little bit on the calves, not much though. It was nice. It was a nice treatment. Of the 2 I've had so far, the facial yesterday and the footwork today, if I had to pick one, I'd pick the facial. Absolutely, positively. So it was a great way to start my day. So I had a nice breakfast, I had a nice walk, I had some footwork done. I poked around in the gift shop. I looked at like everything in the gift. They have the greatest gift shop. I have my eye on a couple of things, but you know me, I'm not a things kind of gal, you know? So I don't know. We'll see. But I do have my eye on a couple of things that I might get. Maybe I'll go in there tomorrow and get it. So yeah, I just, I tried this kind of beanbag chairs that they have in there. It's like this, it looks like a lounge chair on the floor, but it's all kind of like beanbag with a big beanbag ottoman, and it doesn't have any legs. It's just kind of on the floor, but it's not shaped like a circle, like a beanbag circle. It's kind of like, it's shaped like a lounge chair, but it's like beanbag. And I was like, I was watching all these people on them. Some people were conked out on them, and some people were reading on them. And I was like, I got to try out one of those. So you have to really be able to get up off the floor once you get in there. But it was very comfy. I was just laying there and just enjoying that. Felt nice. So I've just been back under the red tree. It's my spot. I had a beautiful salad for lunch. I'm going to have a salad for dinner. Today just felt like I wanted salad for both meals. I did some prep cooking. I cooked a bag of 2 pounds of baby carrots, got those cooked in the Instant Pot, and I cooked some sweet potatoes because I was getting low on those. So those are all in. They're in the van right now in the cooling bags, cooling off. Yeah, just more of the same. Just walking around and just enjoying this beautiful property. But that's my Wednesday. Hi. Well, today is Thursday, and I had another wonderful day here at Kripalu. In the wee hours of the morning, it started to rain, and I was listening to the rain. I was so comfy, cozy, and it just felt so good. But the rain stopped, and I was able to get out for a walk. I went for a long walk through this property. Just beautiful and peaceful here. Just beautiful and peaceful here. I'm just thoroughly enjoying myself. So I had a nice morning. I had beautiful breakfast. I had a gorgeous lunch, and then I went and had my third extracurricular activity, and that was the most amazing massage. Now, I'll tell you what it's called. I'm going to butcher this name because I can't pronounce it. I'll put it right here. Abhyanga-Shirodhara. I can't say it. I'm terrible at pronouncing these like Ayurvedic terms. But Abhyang means herbal oil massage, and Shirad means head, and Hara is flow. So it's a flow to the head. And what it was a warm stream of oil flowing on my forehead. This is the description of it. Immerse yourself in the luxurious fusion of two transformative Ayurvedic therapies, Shirodhara and Abhyanga. Shirodhara combines the soothing rhythmic flow of warm herbal oil over the forehead with a deeply restorative full body massage, creating a harmonious experience that nurtures your body, mind, and spirit. The treatment begins with Abhyanga, a full body massage using warm therapeutic oils to detoxify, improve circulation, and release tension. This is followed by the calming ritual of Shirodhara, where a gentle stream of warm oil is poured onto your forehead, promoting mental clarity, deep relaxation, and balance. Well, I swear I was doused in a quart of sesame oil. I was a grease ball from head to toe. So they just lay you on the table in a way so that your head is tilted back a little bit, and this warmed up sesame oil just flows on your forehead, and it just drips down, and then it goes into this area, and then it gets sucked, so it just keeps circulating and comes back, and it's keeping warm, and it's just warm. So it gets all in your hair. So my hair was full of oil. It was just, I was doing everything I could not to fall asleep, but I caught myself with a couple of snores. But I stayed awake for most of it. and it was just so relaxing. She started it off with, she put rose water on these pads, put them on my eyes, and she was by my feet. I could feel her fingers on my feet. She was just pressing little pressure points on the top of my feet. And she had this music on, and she was singing along with it. It was in this Sanskrit language, and she was singing along with it, and she sang pretty. Her name was Susanna. And then she did the oil thing, and then she did the massage thing. Now, it was all heated oil, and it was, every time she would douse, I could just feel being doused with oil, like on one arm, and then just it all getting rubbed in, and then I was just a slick of oil from head to toe. She did a lot of like very long stroke massages. Like she would start at my foot, go up my leg, up through my middle, down my arm to my fingertips, and then she'd go all the way back down to the foot, and she would just keep doing that. Oh my God, it was heaven. So when I was done, she was like, would you like to take a shower? You probably want to take a shower because you got all this oil. And I said, I would love a shower, because I needed a shower anyway, because I've been living in the van for a few days. But I took a sponge bath for the massage. I didn't want to go into the massage without having a shower for 3 days. So I cleaned up, and, but oh, it felt nice. So she wrapped me up in a sheet, and then she brought a towel, and she put all my things together and put them in a bag. She walked me over to the shower, got me all set up, and then in the shower had the soap and shampoo and conditioner. She told me to shampoo before I got my hair wet. She said the best way you're going to get this oil out of your hair is to dry shampoo it. So I got all the shampoo, and I just kept rubbing it all over my head without having first got my hair wet. And then she also suggested that I don't use soap on my body, but just to let the water run over me, but just to like leave all this oil on. So I did. I let the water run over me, got all the oil out of my hair. When I left there, I tell you, I felt like $1,000,000. I tell you. So yeah, so I just had my Healthy Food, Healthy Life group meeting. If you're not familiar with that, if you want to learn how to eat healthy, have a healthy life, and lose weight or get healthier, whatever your goals are, come join us on Thursday nights. Go in the description of this video. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see LULU'S Way Facebook groups. Look for the one that says Healthy Food, Healthy Life, and click on it and request to join. And you'll see we all meet up every Thursday night, and we just talk about the journey of eating well and taking good care of yourself. And there's a lot of people there, and we've been meeting for a long time, and we always welcome newcomers, so come and join us. So I just got off of that call, and I'm ready to wrap up my little trip here. I've had the best time. I've just been chilling out, sitting under my favorite red tree, working on videos, scrolling online, doing my book study club, doing my Healthy Food, Healthy Life club. I had a facial on Tuesday. I had footwork on Wednesday. I had this amazing oil bath of a massage today. And I feel just great. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up. I plan to have a good night's sleep tonight. I tell you, I just sleep so good, and I just appreciate a good night's sleep. I just appreciate it so much. It just never gets old. When I just get in that position to go to sleep, it just feels so good. It feels so good. And then I just sleep so good all night long. And then when I wake up, I just get excited about another day. Get up and have a beautiful breakfast. I have some more of those strawberries left. I'm going to have those strawberries for breakfast because they're so delish. Then I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to hit the road. I got 2.5 hours to get home. From what I hear from back home, the kitty's still doing good, and she's hanging in there, just staying stable, and I look forward to seeing her. And I'll spend the day unpacking my van. I love doing that and just getting everything back in order, and then I'll just live in my house for a very short time, maybe 10 days, and then I'm off again to my meetup. I'm looking so forward to my meetup. If you can get to New Hampshire in a couple of weeks from now, come and join us. There's just really, I think there's literally like 2 spots left. So there's not very many left. But come and join us because we have so much fun. I hope to see you there. And all of you out there that are watching me right now and you're coming to my meetup, I can't wait to see you and dance with you. You know why? Because I'm always ready to dance, doing the best that I can. I hope you'll shake it up when I'm around. Bye for now.